Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about weekly crypto updates and the biggest topics, what's happening with the industry. Inflation hitting the 50 years all-time high. Elon Musk dumping 75% of his Bitcoin from his portfolio. About the new strategy of Metaverse in the UAE. Today is joining with me CryptoEfe. He is in Turkey. Thank you for taking your time to be in the show with me.
No worries, man. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So please, you are the technical analysis and you have a lot of experience how to trade and how to get ready for the next week and what was happening in the previous week. Can you give us a little bit of review what was happening with the Bitcoin price?
Bitcoin, well, it had a fake out. Do you want me to share the chart? I'll share the chart with you right now.
Yes, please.
Let's see. So the Bitcoin, basically, we have this huge parallel channel going on right now with Bitcoin. And basically last week, we broke out right before the Tesla earnings call where Elon Musk, as you guys know, announced that Tesla sold 75% of their Bitcoin portfolio. And if you can see right here, everyone got spooked out when we broke out here and everyone was incredibly bullish again. This green line over here was huge support, and boom, Tesla announces on their earnings call that they sold 75% of their holdings, which is equivalent to around $1 billion in USD. So that was incredible. Then we wicked up from here and then collapsed back down into this channel. So yeah, jumping back to you, Victor.
Thank you very much. This was a great analysis what was happening in the past week, but let's go hit the topic about the inflation. So US announces that we are in 9.1% of recession and the inflation. So we have to be a little bit careful about this information because tomorrow, 26th and 27th of July, they are doing another announcement what's going to be the basis point. So Efe, how do you see this announcement and what's going to be reflection on the price of the Bitcoin?
I mean, last month it was 75 basis points, right? So, I mean, when that happened, I think there was, very short-term price volatility, but I don't remember much stuff happening last time. I mean, personally, I don't know what's going to happen this time. I don't think if they announce something over 75 basis points, it's pretty bad. So I don't know, they might surprise us. I honestly have no clue on this, but we're going to talk about inflation in a second. And the CPI, when last month it came out, it was the highest, as you said, in the last 50 years, 9.1%. But of course, that's what's written on paper and it's not what actually is. So Victor, if you open the chart, let's have a look at the worldwide inflation other than the US, which is already crazy.
Yes, so we're going to touch topic about what's happening with the story 9.1%, which we are talking about, but the real inflation rate on the Twitter, people are saying that the groceries are up 12.2%, gas is up 59.9%, utilities are up. So when you summarize up all those expenses, we are talking about inflation of 37%. So I would reflect that story with the complete world situation of the inflation as you are in Turkey and you can see the inflation in Lebanon, for example, they say 200%. In Turkey, there is inflation of 78%. How do you see that inflation from your side?
Well, in Turkey, especially, we are in hyperinflation. It's absolutely crazy. Like a bottle, like almost a year ago, we have this very famous bread pastry called simit in Turkey. And it's basically all the middle class, everyone from rich to poor, they all eat it. And it used to be 1 Turkish lira for 1 simit, but now it's 5 Turkish lira, which is almost 500% inflation, right? And the annoying thing is people's salary do not change at the same rate as the real inflation. So, the minimum wage in Turkey was around 2,000, 3,000 Turkish lira. Now it's just newly 4,000, and that's only a 30% increase. It's nothing. So people cannot keep up with this. And, there has been riots by like a 15-year-old as well in Turkey saying, I can't eat any more peaches or apples anymore because it's too expensive. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's happening all around the world in terms of the United States.
Not just Turkey. Like you just showed us in the United States, of course, like uh, of course, petrol and everything is already like crazy out of hand due to geopolitical reasons as well. You know, people cannot pay simply $5 per gallon for petrol because it's crazy. I mean, groceries as well. I mean, you're not seeing a reflection in increase in salaries alongside the inflation on, you know, goods and products. So it's terrible. And at one point, it's just going to bust. And when that happens, then it's going to be incredible recession, which we're looking at around 85% likeliness next year. So it's not great.
Okay, we'll keep it positive way. Now we have like a little bit of information, what's happening with the altcoins news. Can you tell us a little bit what was happening in the Ethereum price?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Ethereum decoupled from Bitcoin. I could share the chart if you want.
Yes, please.
I'll share the chart and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. So this is the Bitcoin chart, of course. If we switch to the Ethereum chart, we saw a huge decoupling. So basically, this was the parallel channel that we were following and Bitcoin was following the same. But we broke out of here at $1,200 with incredible volume because the Ethereum 2.0 merge was announced to be set in September. Now, as we know, the 2.0 merge has been delayed multiple times. And you know, it very well could be again. But when this was announced, boom, we broke out with incredible volume, and this is where we're sitting at right now at $1,500. So it's looking pretty interesting for Ethereum. So let's see what happens with the 2.0 news in September.
Right. So this is what I wanted to touch with you and share with you with my screen about like what was happening that merge in 2 months, but the price like you showed right now was really going high. And the biggest news also in terms of Ethereum is that they had like a conference, and it's the largest annual European Ethereum event focused on technology and community. It was in Paris. It was 3 days. And the good news is that all media was covering that event. So this is the positive move for crypto. In terms of another big news of altcoin is the Polygon news. Let me show you that thing. It's about Polygon is trying to come up with the new rollup. It's a zero knowledge EVM heads up to Ethereum layer 2 rollup. What does it mean? It means that it's going to go lower transactions fees on the Ethereum mainnet. And what does it mean? EVM, Ethereum virtual machine. Can you a little bit touch about how do you see this Polygon news?
Yeah, sure. I mean, as we know, Polygon is already a layer 2 solution built on Ethereum with the main, points of increasing scalability, reducing transaction fees, and also alongside those, it's basically the best, in my opinion, platform for building and coding for blockchain games because it offers something called Polygon ID and Polygon Edge, which is just remarkable technology for game developing. So I think it's very bullish. And then we saw after that the Disney partnership as well with Polygon, which added to the bullishness. And now we see this, which is beautiful. I mean, it already is incredibly low fees in transactions. So that's just phenomenal. But honestly, I'm not very familiar with the Ethereum virtual learning machine. I mean, it just looks incredible, but like I didn't have the time to do a deep dive into that. But overall, I think Polygon is very bullish. I mean, a lot of big people invested in Polygon. I think it's going to do very well personally. So yeah, I'm very excited for what Polygon is going to come up with.
Amazing. So let's start the topic about what you mentioned at the beginning, Elon Musk. Let's say 70% of his portfolio, which is $1 billion worth of BTC. What does it mean? And here I pulled the story that Tesla sold its Bitcoin because of COVID lockdowns in China. What is your perspective on that move of Elon Musk?
Elon Musk had $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. And, you know, he even had a tweet saying Tesla has diamond hands. And, you know, that has aged very well because they ended up selling. I mean, personally, I don't think it's anything got to do with China lockdowns. I mean, it's just, you know, immediately after they announced that, price fell almost 2.6%. And then they immediately said, oh, but in the future, Tesla is looking to take back that position. And boom, we pump again.
Yeah, but in the end of the day, I believe this is what you mentioned at the beginning when you were doing the technical analysis of the Bitcoin, when that happened, it didn't change the price so much. So this is the good thing about the Bitcoin. We are
Yeah,
established
it's
here.
it's very good. It's very good. Like normally, if this was in the bull market, if like this was announced during the bull market, like we would have dumped a crazy amount, right? Like
Mm,
it's very good because now because we're in the bearish vibes, right? These news aren't affecting Bitcoin that much, which is amazing, guys. In the long term, it is absolutely amazing. So I think we're maturing with Bitcoin right now, and these small things aren't just hurting us anymore as much.
great. We're moving to another topic. I'm sharing my screen. We are talking about the the biggest news for the UAE. Efe, what happened with the Dubai Metaverse strategy? Can you
Yeah, so this
share
is
your
this is
point?
awesome. This is awesome because His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, he introduced like we knew that a couple of months ago they also launched something saying that the metaverse is looking to make $4 billion of the UAE's GDP or Dubai's GDP. So yeah, there it is. So the metaverse supports 40,000 virtual jobs and adds $4 billion to Dubai's economy in the next 5 years. I mean, that's just amazing. But the thing that people confuse is that metaverse is not crypto. They're two separate things, right? Metaverse can be, for example, in healthcare, you see technology with VR glasses. You can, experiment using, you can look into the heart, you can look into whatever. That's got nothing to do with crypto. That is an entirely different technology. It necessarily doesn't have anything to do with blockchain or Web3 either. It's just, it can be used in studies and media and whatever. So it's very, very interesting. I think it's going to be a huge jump in technology, in healthcare, in education. Yeah, it's very bullish that Dubai is becoming #1 in carrying this in the global market.
Beautiful. So bullish news from UAE, from our Sheikh. And the last information which I would touch with CryptoEfe, as he is in Istanbul, is the Istanbul blockchain economy. It's happening tomorrow. How do you see that event?
Also, yeah, I forgot to mention in the Sheikh Hamdan one, they're also alongside the metaverse companies. They want to multiply 5 times the amount of blockchain companies, I believe. Yeah, 5 times the number of
Yes.
blockchain and metaverse companies, and that's why a lot like Huobi just announced that they got a license to operate all crypto tokens and sell them, exchange them here. So that's very bullish. But yeah, moving on to the blockchain events, in Istanbul, I'm gonna be there tomorrow, and there's so many amazing guests. Michael Saylor is going as well, which is incredibly rare. Normally, he never joins in person in these live events. It's always online, him doing like an online interview in his office, but he's going to be there physically, which is just very valuable. A lot of Turkish celebrities, a lot of amazing speakers. Call from the Moon, close friend, he's speaking there as well. So I mean, I think it's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be an after party as well with some Turkish celebs. So very looking forward to it. I mean, if you're around, come down. I think it's gonna be amazing.
Thank you, Efe, for these insights from your side, tuning from Turkey. And I really believe that you're going to have a great time being on that blockchain Istanbul economy. Thank you for tuning with us here, guys, and hope those news give us a little bit what was happening in the previous week, but also get you ready what will be for the next week and how to get ready for entering the market. And be careful, tomorrow and day after tomorrow will be another announcements where the US Federal Reserve is fighting against the US inflation, and it will probably affect the market. So stay tuned, be careful, and looking forward to see you next week. Thank you for coming to the show, Efe.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Take care, guys, and see you next week, hopefully.
Thank you very much. Bye.